Now, I had zero hope for this movie. The trailer looked pretty bad, the last movie was particularly terrible, and as an aside, I knew zero about Dungeons and Dragons. But I love Michelle Rodriguez, I love Chris Pine, and the other actor and actress in this movie have been great in their respective roles in others. I'd even forgot that two games I played way back when were Neverwinter Nights and Baldur's Gate were actually Dungeons and Dragons games. I didn't realise that they were deeply into the lore. However, with Chris McKay writing and the Spider-Man Homecoming co-writers here coming to direct this movie, well, it had a pedigree here, and they managed to out-Marvel Marvel. While the MCU has lost its way and become a tired mess, the jokes have been a trope for quite a while now. This felt like a Guardians of the Galaxy movie set in the D&D world, which I half expected from the trailer, but I didn't realise how damn good it was going to be. The Marvel jokes and quips are loathed by the cynics today, but it works here as an IRL D&D party come to the big screen, sort of like that cartoon, I think, where a D&D party gets sucked into the D&D world, but we don't get the awkward love story, which is just obvious, and the story of our leads being a found brother and sister raising a young girl was so expertly written and is cemented with the final scene and Chris's lines here and acting, elevating this movie to more than just an MCU clone. And Michelle Rodriguez does feel at her absolute best. I've been a fan of her for quite a while, and I loved her on Lost, but unfortunately real life demons did get in the way of that role. And each of the actors here are brilliant and well written, have their own self-journey that complements the main quest, and they all worked very, very well. They're not the super best questers and make dumb decisions, and I imagine that this is what a real D&D party would be like if I was invited to a D&D party and actually had friends. But anyway, I digress. The effects were also pretty good, with a creative look at the backstory and menacing villain, which was just looked so damn good, like a video game cutscene come to life. And the world felt almost unreal and magical as Peter Jackson's Middle-earth and Mordor had come to life. And you could say this is Marvel meets Lord of the Rings, and that's a high praise, because at their peak, both their franchise were the gold standard for cinema, or big-budget cinema at times. I was engrossed in the lore and may have to find a D&D game sometime of my own. The adventure to do over their former conman comrade and resurrect Chris Pine's character's wife was a total joy. There was no protracted final adventure scene where we see sacrifices, no, don't, and then what we got was them party poop the villain and went a mile a minute, and we got a final battle. The graveyard scene in particular was a standout and inspired and had shades of Monty Python humour. We never dived deep into the lore of the magic, the world. It felt like this was just natural. And there's enough here for the fans of the franchise to a point like their Leonardo DiCaprio in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And for people like me who knew absolutely zero, I want more of this world on the big screen. D&D may have been popularised once again, had a boom due to Stranger Things, but here, this is the real damn deal. They even gave us a third act battle, a wizard battle, that wasn't just coloured spells, but a true duel of spells and other stuff, which I can't think of because I don't know the lore too much, but was true fun. And Hugh Grant here, the absolute scoundrel post-Divine Brown Hugh Grant, was on show here, and I wonder if he took some inspiration from a real-life conman and rogue Boris Johnson, because there was some of that bumbling buffoon who somehow manages to win over the people, unfortunately. But let me know what you think down below. A true masterpiece of action adventure. Is action fantasy back? Well, it unfortunately never arrived, in a way, out of the world of Lord of the Rings. But, well, let me know what you think down below. I'll see you soon, and goodbye.